All right, y'all. Here's the docket. So case ID number N is in Nancy 25 C is in Candace -07-194. Emmanuel Macron versus Candace Owens et al. We're looking at. Hold on a second. Let me put this down. All right. It is. That's what the court documents say. I went over the whole court case. They were granted default judgment, and she owed them almost $19,000. So yeah, they were granted a default judgment. She failed to go to court. It actually says in the court dockets, failure to appear. So she lost. Bullying. You can't be calling me bullying because I'm laughing at the lawsuit where she claimed she had recurrent yeast infections from exposure to black mold. And then she didn't even show up for court. Did her attorney quit? She hired the wrong type of attorney. So initially she hired a personal injury attorney when she should have hired an attorney that, of course, specialized in tenant landlord relations, evictions, and stuff like that. So I guess her is opposed to her getting the right type of attorney to represent her. She just didn't show up for court. And so she lost. She lost through the default judgment. The end. Oh no, Jeff. Oh no. We're still waiting on this episode so we can see what email Candace showed from some branch of military with their special investigations that they told on themselves and insinuated themselves into Charlie Kirk's assassination. Can you give us the episode number while you enjoy my fake laugh? Y'all ain't copy and pasting. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, bless their heart. Who in the hell hires an injury lawyer for a civil case? Oh my gosh, she's so stupid. Exactly. So you can't make it up. She doesn't show up. You would think she would go to court and defend herself. Oh my God. Bro, outdoors, this is part of the evidence she showed. Exactly. Don't forget the bees, the communist bees and all. Y'all. All right, let's get down to the court docket. Shout out to No Reply for sending information up to the attorneys that, they had been outed. Because y'all see the addresses here for the attorney for defendant, Candace being the defendant for each of the attorneys. They're all in this building. That 1 Rodney Square, 920 North King Street. Because Candace doesn't vet her tips. So she has no idea when she's being trolled. Okay? So if we go down, this is for her attorneys. They work in that building. It's my understanding, No Reply confirmed it was what? They take up 8 floors in the building. And they sent that classified leaked information through their official government email channel, not some Signal app or Telegram. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If she showed an email, because I really wanted, I wanted the candy asses to help me resolve this whole debacle about her showing evidence, email evidence, that the military sent her an email saying that the U.S. military was involved in the death of Charlie Kirk. I asked about which branch of military. We confirmed that each military branch have their own special investigations unit. Some may be called OSI. I think one of y'all said the Navy has an NCIS. Air Force has OSI. May be called something else with the Army and something else with the Marines. My question is, which branch of military sent the email that Candace Owens showed in her episode? And none of the candy asses provided a response. Then I asked, okay, let me go to her channel. Which episode did she show the emails? None of the candy asses told us which episode. No Reply here said, I will look at it right now. Give us the episode number. They didn't say anything. They said my laugh is fake. I want the episode number. Can we prove that one point? Can't make this sound. I'm saying what is the actual middle the episode where the emails are shown? We're still waiting on that. Oh man, we're waiting. No reply. We're waiting. I only know because I'm a fan of the show. Only man's beehives was stolen. I pleaded to the public to return them. Someone did. Don't stop saying she threw her attorneys under the bus by putting their address out there so her followers would shame and harass them. Exactly. Because they don't care who they cyberbully and harass, right? And dox. She didn't care. Like, Candace, this is why you need to learn how to vet your tips. You're bad at this, Candace. Candace Owens is bad at this, what she calls journalism or reporting. She is awful at this. This is why you have to learn how to vet your tips, Candace. Because you didn't even read the letter to see that your attorney's address was in the letter. You're being trolled in your own tip line and you don't know it. You can't make this up. I assume I'm being trolled when I read an email. I'm be honest. Whenever I get an email, especially with the channel growing, I bless God for it. I just assume I'm being trolled. And then I go from there. She thinks every tip coming in is some honest tip with real evidence and information that can be proven and substantiated and corroborated with documentation. She doesn't, it's like if it's coming through my tip line, it's okay. No, it's trolling you. I'm only a Googler and only show French military as OIS in Air Force. That's why I was like, what episode? They said she showed emails. I'm still waiting on the emails. Because that email address would include that branch of military. It would say army.mil or Air Force. It would have the actual branch in the email address. This is why I broke down the questions, because I know the candy asses, boy, you got the, oh man, I'm not trying to convince them of anything. I don't want, whether they change their mind or not is not my goal. My goal is to put out the information, they do what they want from there. But when it comes to asking questions, you got to break it down like a fraction. It's almost like saying gaga goo goo, baba binky. Like you have to speak simple terms to them. Please just give me the episode number. And me and the Lucksters will look at that episode to see the emails that she posted up that is evidence to show that any branch of military emailed Candace from a legitimate email address affiliated with the military in the United States of America and said that they aided in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I want to see those emails. All I'm saying is, for our U.S. military active duty members, veterans, just give us the number of the episode where she showed those emails. That's all I'm saying. Just give it to us. She's bad at this. Oh my God. You can't make this up. Yes, we're asking for the episode number. I sent her such a tip. You can't make this up. I just want to know the episode number. Y'all just tell me. Dear God, just give us the episode number. But she has the from redacted. Of course she would. You know what's so crazy, Candace? Why would you redact the entire email address and not just the person's name? But at least show, okay, y'all, this is a legitimate email address from the Army, from their Special Investigations Unit, because it'll say army.mil.gov in the end. Something to that extent. It will literally have the actual branch of military included in the email address. You don't have to show their name. You can redact the name, but keep the rest of the email address available. That way we know it's for real. We know it's legitimate. I just want to know the number of the episode. Thank you, Mila. That warms my heart. I am the queen of this. But I just want to know Which episode? She showed those email addresses. Dear Lord. All right, y'all, let's get to this. Oh man, you can't get this. Boy, this is just too funny to me. All the candy asses left. Y'all was like 500-600 people in here. It's half of them was candy asses in the box. They gone. They went. They was like, you know what? Screw Lady Luck. We're going to bed. They got the hell off. Where the candy asses go? Come on, y'all. Throw your hands in the air if you still a candy ass player. I mean, come on. Okay, let's get going. What y'all? Yeah, I've been laughing for 45 minutes. I promise. All right, so if you guys see, I'm scrolling down each activity that has been logged into the docket. You guys see we've gone over the entire court docket in the activity. Every time something's posted up, we go over it, right? Let's see here. So here's the last entry that was done. So if they have any, let's say the attorneys decide to withdraw because they're not in the mood for the candy asses and the bots to come harass them. You go doxing their home addresses and phone numbers and nonsense. Then it will be docketed once it's filed and stamped with the clerk of court. So when you submit your motion of pleading to the court, whatever you're submitting, letter, judicial review, notice, anything, it takes sometimes 2 to 3 days, business days, for the clerk of the court to file and stamp it into the case. So let's say something was done Friday, close to 5 p.m. It may not show up today. It might show up tomorrow. Who knows? But it will be posted up as an activity on the docket. So the last thing that's here, no reply. We're going to be keeping an eye out for it. I'll check it again tomorrow. If they do decide to withdraw, that will be docketed and it will be notated as an entry with the date and time stamp, just as you all see here. And it will say who it's from. So if it's her attorneys will be listed here like so. This is the motion to dismiss that she filed again, along with the motion to strike the first amended complaint. The candy asses never talk about this. Why don't you all talk about her wanting to have this thing dismissed and the actual amended complaint stricken? It's like they don't even want to acknowledge it. This is a part of your reality. Hey, Jay Witt. Oh, my brother is here. Are you here? Yes, he is. How you doing? Oh, shout out to Jay Witt, my brother in Christ. He's also a mod. Fantastic mod here. I told you I have the best mods on YouTube. I love you guys. Shout out to Jay Witt. Can I get Jay Witt, you can put your YouTube channel link in the chat. Go ahead and drop it there. You're a mod. Just drop your YouTube channel link in the chat for me. The course are always a day behind. Yeah, sometimes more. Exactly. So we're thinking of in terms of business days, guys. So it may be 2 to 3 business days. So Friday, of course, business day. Today will be day number 2. Tomorrow will be day number 3. And it just depends too, because this week is Thanksgiving. So you got a holiday coming up. So if we have any updates, it will be this week and it'll be filed and stamped. Okay. So we'll give it a couple extra days and we will check out and look out for it. Shout out to Jay Witt. Shout out to all my moms. Shout out to Jay Witt. All the fantastic content creators here. Jay Witt is on her butt. Listen, Jay Witt, I saw your post, man. I even commented on it. Somebody's wanting to shut down Jay Witt's channel. Well, why go through all that? Like, we don't have freedom of speech here. Candace has free speech and we don't. You actually have candy asses and bots trying to shut down people's channels because reasons. You understand YouTube guidelines might not allow that to happen. Oh, man. Y'all hit the like button and drop some green hearts in the chat for Jay Witt, my brother in Christ. Oh, man. See, we're going over Candace's post about her thinking that the French government is trying to put out a hit on her because she doesn't want to face. This is the reality you're facing, Candace. It's this lawsuit. Because, she keeps saying, well, they're trying to bankrupt me. They don't want me to have free speech. Girl, she has blamed any and everything on this lawsuit. Remember when you said, Candace, you were born a man, you would die a man? Yeah, okay. So they said, all right, cool. We'll take you to court for it. You say you stake your entire professional career on this. Not that you have any professional career, but whatever. They said, okay, let's see how that goes. Candace, if you feel like you're not lying and you have evidence, why would you do half of the things you're doing on YouTube? YouTube is not court, and court is not YouTube. You can't go to court acting like you're, on your YouTube channel, on your podcast, or in your book club, Candace. Get in there and get ratchet if you want to, girl. Please let that happen. Because I'm going to be tuning into the hearings if it goes there. Oh, yeah, I will be, if it's a virtual hearing link, I will be listening into those hearings and then reporting every little thing that happens. I sure will. Candace, you can't run from this. You want to be sued. You think you have subpoena power. Just go to court and find out. You F around, you find out. That's how that works. Yeah, that's how that works. So, this is what she's running from. She's running from this lawsuit. Now the French government's trying to assassinate her. Girl, Candace, bye. Bye, Felicia. You can't make this up. You cannot make this stuff up.